Stars go through a life cycle, which includes the sun, as they will undergo a lot of change as they evolve through the stages of their giant phase. Unlike humans, which can live for decades, the lifetime of the sun is about 10 billion years, and if you include the sun's giant phase, it's about 13 billion years of constant burning. But see, stars don't necessarily burn, as contrary to popular belief, stars are not big balls of fire. So something else needs to be powering these cosmic furnaces. See, if we look deep inside of a star's core, we find the very process that's powering these stars: nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion is when elements fuse together with so much power that they turn into whole other elements. For example, when hydrogen fuses into helium, it produces a ton of energy in the process, which pushes against the force of gravity. This creates a balance between gravity trying to crush the star into a black hole, and the energy of nuclear fusion trying to blow the star into shreds. Now fast forwarding 4.5 billion years, the sun is starting to run enough hydrogen to fuse to helium. It has already fused most of its hydrogen into helium already. So as an act of desperation, the sun is starting to burn the helium. But there's a problem with burning helium. It requires more heat and pressure to do helium fusion than hydrogen fusion, meaning that nuclear fusion can't do anything to stop gravity from taking over. So as a result, gravity starts to take over and starts compressing the sun to a smaller size. But this sudden contraption makes the helium atoms able to fuse all of a sudden. This sudden helium fusion makes the sun balloon in size to up to 250 times its original size. The sun is now in its giant phase. See, because the sun is so much bigger, despite its surface temperature cooling down, its heat is able to distribute itself way further away. This makes the sun 2,000 times brighter than what it used to be. See, the sun, because of its so much brighter luminosity, it produces something known as stellar winds. These stellar winds could possibly blow some of the mass away into space in the form of gas clouds, losing mass in the process, and because it lost mass, it makes the planets drift outward because they're moving too fast for gravity to keep it. See, by the time the sun reaches Earth's previous orbit, it would have likely drifted outward because of the sun's loss of mass. Now, this can happen multiple times until the sun just gives out entirely by releasing half their mass in strong stellar winds. This leaves behind something known as a planetary nebula. What's in the center of this planetary nebula is a white dwarf, the former core of the sun, about the size of the Earth but as massive as whole stars. White dwarfs do not glow from nuclear fusion, but by radiating what heat they have left. Radiating this heat takes an incredibly long time, as there really isn't a medium in space for the heat to escape into. But after quadrillions of years, they will cool down eventually and turn into black dwarfs. Black dwarfs don't emit any radiation and are as cold as the space around them, which likely would have cooled down to absolute zero due to the expansion of the universe.